Do you want to start?
Yeah, okay. So Paul and I have worked together for far too many years. I think 20 now. It was 15 when we started FieldMouse, now it must be 20 because we're 5 years old. And I'd moved from London to rural mid Wales 10 years ago. And within a couple of years of living in rural Wales, I mentioned to Paul, if you ever need a focus group of farmers, I could find one for you quite easily. Paul said, that's a real blind spot in the market research industry. Nobody in London knows how to find farmers. We should start a business, specifically a fieldwork agency. And then Paul and I continued this conversation off and on in various pubs around London and Wales until one night in a bar in London over an espresso martini, we were talking about Brexit, weren't we?
We were. My memory of this is slightly different, and in a specific sense, it was actually you were being far more critical. My memory was that actually all that trend stuff that you talk about is complete nonsense, and the people who are my neighbours in Wales would think it's all complete rubbish. I've never heard them say anything like that.
Oh yeah, there was.
And so my recollection of it was, of course, there's a whole slice of Britain that is not conventionally covered by research, and actually the whole market research industry is missing a trick by not hearing these divergent opinions that don't come from urban areas.
That's fair. That conversation also did happen. I've slightly glossed over the.
But I think the criticism was absolutely just. It was
as soon as we did launch FieldMouse in 2018, it became quickly apparent that not one of our participants had ever taken part in market or social research before. Our clients are keeping us very busy, which is great. I feel like we've succeeded in making a name for ourselves in the research industry. Lots of research companies come to us when they want not just rural quotas, but harder to find audiences in increasingly urban areas. So we recently changed our strapline or our slogan from "We champion the fair representation of rural voices in all market research" to "We champion the fair representation of rural, regional and rarely heard voices in all market research," which I've come to think of as anywhere but London.
There is a vision for the business, which is to make FieldMouse part of a process of transformation in the social and market research industry, whereby rural samples, rural audiences are routinely included in research. And the most obvious thing and the most glaring need is where products and services are experienced differently, so health services, broadband, etc. But actually, I think we know we've succeeded when rural audiences are included for any topic, and I think that's my ambition